Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Symbiosis 5 weekend events. And today, very quickly, we have come to the exhibition close. Can you believe it? 9 months of very long, arduous labor from the mentees and the mentors, culminating in the online exhibition. So, as you all know, this is our fifth cycle of Symbiosis. So, I thought maybe you would like to go on a memory walk. Let me just bring you back to the art of letters. I don't know whether you have seen the previous uh, exhibition gallery. I will share my screen. Share screen. Where are we? Here. Yes, this is good. Yes, good. All right then. I think you can all see
Yes,
this.
we can.
Okay, great. So what we did at the beginning was grateful exhibition. Well, this is not technically a part of the art of letters, but this is where it all began with the COVID lockdown. We called for artists from all over the world to send us art that was made around the theme of what are you grateful for in a time like this, in a season of COVID. So over 100 art, I think 110 art pieces from over 70 artists were sent. And as you can see, they bore themes of they're grateful for nature, grateful for relationships, grateful for their art, grateful for calligraphy. And then over the weekends and throughout the week, because it was COVID, right? Nobody was going anywhere. So everyone gathered around for events, writing together, making together, just chilling, hanging out together. So this was our very, very beginning. And the um because the exhibition, was very well received and all the weekend events, we had a lot of eyeballs. And so after everything was over, we felt like, okay, it would be a waste to just end it there. So what happened was the Grateful exhibition then segued into the Art of Letters. And then Symbiosis, the mentoring program, was born. So this is very first Symbiosis. We have Tony Watts leading RD, and Susan Lui, who is a Singaporean artist. RD is from India, I think New Delhi. So these are their works. I think you can see they were featuring mainly gilding, but they were taking gilding where it has never been taken before. So for instance, this one was like a gilded dragonfly on a stone, So when Tony saw this, she said, well, I wish that I had thought of that first because she had never tried gilding on a stone. And of course, Marina, she was mentor to Judith, who is with us right now, and Lisette, whom you have met in the previous sessions. So some of Lisette's works were featured in the Letter Arts Review. And these were their works. You can see, like this is one of Judith's 3D form. And then we have Eleanor, my mentor, and this is where I joined the program as a mentee so that I could experience it from the other side, having to produce. And while I was doing this, I was undergoing chemotherapy. Everyone saw me without hair, etc. So these were some of our works together with Nicole Tin, who is the heroine behind our website. So Nicole these are Nicole's works, very beautiful, and she was exploring some of her cultural roots. So that's Symbiosis 1. And then following that, I don't know what got into me, but I thought that, within the same year, I could have another exhibition. So Symbiosis 2 then with Gemma Black. Gemma Black was overseeing Bernice, who is where is she now? In Belgium, and another Singaporean artist, Su Xian, who is a friend of ours. So these were their works. And then Heather helped, yay, Heather, who had Mabel, Rachel, and Natalie Natalie is, I think, from Peru, if I'm not wrong. So interestingly, their works all featured pollinators. It wasn't planned that way, but then that's how it came about. So these were their works. And then Yukimi had Bakit, who is from Kazakhstan, Tiana from China, and Nina Tran, of course, from the States. And their theme was wearable calligraphy. So they were working with some of these very wonderful, lettering textures and all kinds of mark making. And oh, I have this blouse, bought it off of Bakit. I'm very proud of it too. Okay, so these are some of their works. This is Tiana. These are from Nina. She's got these, calligraphic letterings made into earrings, etc. So that is our Symbiosis 2. And then here comes Symbiosis 3. We have Marina back again, and she has Janine, Natalia, and Tatiana, who was originally from the Ukraine, and now she's living in Greece. So, of course, this is Marina's works. These are Janine, who is in Australia, very beautiful. She continues to develop her script, by the way, Janine. And then this is Natalia, and she was working with a lot of experimenting with layers and eyes looking kind of textures and so on. And then there's Tatiana. These are some of her works, very beautiful. And then we have Anne van Hendrik, and she's mentor to Alex, who is with us today. There was a beautiful story because Anne made a bowl, like one of these bowls for Alex, and actually sent it to her. So there's a really beautiful story behind. I wish that you could hear it. Yeah, this is Alex's work. Alex is like a volcano of creativity. She just could not stop making new ideas. Alex, do you remember? Oh my goodness. Okay, so a lot of works produced there. And then we have Gabriella, uh, who then took Kay, Sabina, and Stephanie Bird. So these are Kay, of course, you can see, the Japanese influence. She's tapping into her culture, and she was actually a fencing instructor, so she tried to incorporate some of their philosophy into her scripts with some very beautiful results. So these are some of their works. And then we have Carol Dubois. She had Aline. Aline is back here for the second time. So this was her first run at Symbiosis. And then Cosmas from Indonesia, and then Eleanor Curtin from the States. Oh, wait, yeah. So these were the early explorations. This is Cosmas' work. It's really nice, right? Look at that. Yeah, then these are some of Eleanor's Curtin's works, exploring the coastal landscape in her country. That's Symbiosis 3. So then that brings us to Symbiosis 4. So we had Andrea, we had Eleanor back again, Gabriella again, and Julie Wildman for the first time with us. And this is Andrea's work, which I think she recently posted that it has been adopted into the San Francisco library. So it's now in their collection. This is by Maki, very beautiful. She incorporated her Japanese culture, this is a family crest she created for her sons and for her family. And then we have Irina, and of course, Annabelle, who is an architect trained, and she produced these really massive pieces of panels depicting her ancestry. She calls it Seven Bloods, Seven Seas. And of course, this is Andrea, very distinct. This is her work. And then we have Eleanor taking on Elif, uh, and then Suhada from Malaysia, and Tox from the Australia. So these were some of the works that they created, and I think Suhada managed to sell some of her works too. She was very pleased, of course. So yeah, this is Eleanor's works that she created together with her husband, very distinct. And then Gabriella, she was mentor to Alicia, Ines Butella, and Roxana, who is here with us today. So these were some of the works that they produced. Yeah, gosh. And Roxana did these very amazing embroidered ornamental, designs. Very, very painstaking. And I think she bled a lot. Her fingers were broken from all that stitching. And finally, we have Julie Willman. She was leading Ines Sotomayor, who is with us here today, Dashin. Then they produced this. This is Ines's work, very dramatic, very beautiful. And she also has a story of healing, processing her journey through her art. And what a beautiful collection she created. And the last piece was in honor of her father, who is an architect. So she used some of the motifs of his architecture drawing. And then there is a resolution of the journey that she has been on. So these are some of the other works by Dashin. And then finally, Julie herself, her explorations. Yeah. And that brings us to Symbiosis 5, which is where we are at right now. So yay, everyone, congrats to one and all the mentors, all the mentees. It's been quite a wild ride because as I think it was Marina who said in one of our sessions, we at the beginning we didn't really know what we were doing, both the mentors and myself. We would be like, do you know what we're doing? Well, I don't know. Let's just have a go and let's just figure it out as we go along. And I mean, I want to thank especially Eleanor because she has been such a rock in my life. She's like, I don't know what I'm doing. And then she will like calm me down. And she was there to, ask questions. And of course, because she was one of the first mentors who said yes to me. So on the strength of her name, because Eleanor is no fool, right? She cannot be, taken for a ride anywhere by anyone. So when people heard that it was Eleanor, they were like, okay, yeah, maybe this is going to be okay. But Tony Watts too, there were many emails going back and forth. She was a little bit suspicious, which is understandable, right? Who is Dorothy and where is Singapore? You cannot find us on the map. So, I could be a scammer for all she knew. But yeah, I mean, I'm very thankful that they all came on board and then, you know, year upon year, cycle upon cycle, the program has just gotten deeper, maybe, wider. So I'm really grateful. Thank you to all the mentors. Thank you to all the mentees who put in hundreds of hours of work. Really applause to everybody. Yeah. So yes, now we're in our fifth cycle. We're finishing the fifth cycle. And I just wanted to ask, yeah, it's a beautiful collection of works, it's true. Such a wide variety. So I just wanted to ask maybe the mentees, the current mentees, who are present. I've sent them some questions to think about, what is one thing that okay, I've sent them a series of questions. So you can answer any of those questions. Maybe introduce yourself, say where you're from, and then what is the question that you're answering. Just go ahead, unmute whoever is ready to go. I think Nan is ready to go. All right.
Hi, I'm Nan. I'm a doctor and calligrapher and artist, I guess now, from Chennai, India. And Dorothy asked us, "What do you take with you?" And she wanted it in one word, but I can't put it in just one. I would like to say unity, resilience, and hope. This has been amazing. Thank you, Dorothy.
Unity, resilience, and hope. Wow, that's great. Thanks, Nan. Thank you. Who wants to go next? Current mentees, feel free to unmute and share.
Si Marina me ayuda, yo puedo intervenir. Mari.
Marina is translating.
Sorry, I am unmuted. Okay.
Ok.
Yes, of course, I will
Eh,
translate. Okay.
lo primero que todo, yo me quedo con las relaciones humanas,
First of
¿no?
all, he keeps with the human relations. This is what he enjoys more.
Sí. Luego rescato el aprendizaje de un método para conseguir un resultado, cosa que yo no manejaba muy bien.
Then he finds it's very important, or he rescues a method to get into a result. He was not aware of that method before.
Ujú.
Wow.
Y luego seguir explorando en la caligrafía y la poesía juntas, ¿no?
And
Eso es.
to keep on exploring and working on calligraphy and poetry together.
Nice. Very
That's
nice.
it. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Gracias, María.
Everybody, yeah, Juan is from, he's the executive director of Calligraphico, and this week they continue to have an exhibition and talks. So
Talks,
talks
talks and yeah,
an
talks.
exhibition, so both online as well as in person. So if you are able to, you can jump in and join them. Juan has been an educator for 30 over years, and he's been teaching
25.
25. Okay, I'm adding to your years. But he's very skilled in graphic design, and he's a very, very good, I mean, technically in his calligraphy. So go check out his works, it's beautiful.
And
Yeah.
also
Thank you.
this event it's the week of calligraphy in Lima. So they call a lot of tutors or calligraphers well known, and Randall Hazen is amongst the people that
Yes, on Wednesday.
yeah, on
Okay,
Wednesday.
on
And then
Wednesday.
also Lisette is gonna teach a workshop in Trujillo
It's great.
in
North of
a
Peru.
nearby. And there are a lot of people from around the world. Can you help me, Juan Luis, with who else is there?
Tenemos a Michael Sall,
Oh,
yes, Ricardo Ali,
Ricardo Ali is from the Calligraphy Italia, the one
yeah,
that
yes,
started
yeah,
all this during
we're
pandemic.
familiar. Yes,
he's
good.
charming, yeah. And then Raúl Martínez,
Raúl Martínez is from the branch,
from the Friends of Calligraphy, yeah.
That's
yes,
good.
Friends of
from the
Calligraphy.
calligraphy
San
Black Letter
Francisco.
branch. Yes,
San
in San
Francisco.
Francisco.
Okay,
Yeah.
good, very good.
And then, y luego estamos nosotros por la tarde, que son
And
eventos
then
presenciales.
the Peruvian calligraphers will
Four
work
of us.
in the afternoon and doing demos and so on.
That's
Yeah.
great. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, great. Okay, who else wishes to jump in? Feel
I
free.
will.
Yes, please.
I think the thing that I've been blessed the most with through being given a second chance to go through this program was just growth and figuring out my visual voice a little bit more. I turned out to do less calligraphy and more painting, but I found that that's a passion for me, and I will keep pursuing that. I do want to get back to my calligraphic roots and explore that more and possibly figure out how to better blend the two. But I feel like this broke me out of my shell. I tend to be very self-critical and a little closed off from the world as far as, I work every day, I run a business, but I don't have a lot of interaction outside of that busyness every day. So this helped me to break out of my shell and to connect with the world in a completely different way. And so I really appreciate that.
Mm, Yay. That's great. That's great. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Cohen, would you like to go next?
Well, I would like to say that I'm very grateful for Oh, okay. Uh, I said I have to unmute, but I've already unmute, so I'm not sure.
No, go ahead.
I'm very grateful for all the friendship that I have received. Of course, during all this process of 9 months, we learn a lot in terms of technique and knowledge. But I think above all, the friendship, even we have never met in person, we can feel and learn from the screen and the voice. And actually, we can go to the heart of everybody who have the love of calligraphy art, which is the same goal. So, ขอบคุณนะคะ
All right, thank you, Kun. I'd like to hear from Alex. How is it going, Alex? How have you been?
So nice to see you here again. And
Yes.
oh my God, yeah, it's such a complicated period of time, I guess. And the Art of Letters came to me at the most kind of one of the most painful moments when I had to move from home, when I had to leave my home. And I think the Art of Letters was a kind of art therapy for me to like have all my emotions put into the stories. And actually, I think it was the moment when I had to admit that I am a storyteller. I am a graphic designer and I have a background in art too, but it appears that I need to mix everything in order to kind of feel really alive. And this is what the Art of Letters showed me. And I absolutely agree with Juan that the Art of Letters is, first of all, the people. And I'm really so grateful to Dorothy being my fairy godmother and to Anne being my just art mother. It was really fantastic. And the Art of Letters, I think it showed me that I need to think of my calligraphy and of my art in terms also of sharing with other people, because I had a tendency of creating art objects that could literally be shown just to several people because they're so fragile and they're just very, very, very untransportable anywhere. And the Art of Letters really made me think that, okay, so I'm a graphic designer, so I can probably make them printable, so I can probably make books. And that was really very important to me because from that moment on, I think I started kind of blending my skills more and more together, like lettering, design, and illustration. And that is really fantastic. That was a first step for me. And I can see that there is also a very important question on the list about sustaining the practice. And this is just such a brilliant question. And this is something that I'm talking to my students all of the time, that if you love something, there should be no problem. But there is just one thing, there is life that happens to all of us. And there is shopping and groceries, I don't know, cleaning and working and doing all the stuff. And very often we think of art as a dessert. So I do everything and then I'm allowed to do art. But the thing is that art is not not the dessert. It's the main dish. If you don't have life full of art, full of the passion that you have in your heart, then unfortunately just you're draining yourself. So in order to just stay alive, stay joyful, stay really energetic and ready to do everything for the people in your life, for your family also, you need to do first something for yourself and to have the main dish that actually nourishes your soul. So art comes first and then everything
Wow,
else.
that's precious.
That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
precious. Thank you. Okay, Alex has been, do you want to update us a little? What have you been doing? I know you've been teaching a lot. You produced a couple of books, teaching your students. You have online courses. You're doing exhibitions. Tell us, tell us, tell us.
Yeah, I'm teaching. I think that my teaching style changed a little bit, and I'm teaching not only well, I've always been teaching not just calligraphy, but kind of creative take on the calligraphy. But now I think calligraphy is kind of 50 or 40% of my courses, and the rest is more of creative coaching and composition and all the rest of the important stuff. So it's really fun, and it's amazing to see how people grow and how they gain confidence. So I really love it. And I'm also into illustration more and blending lettering and illustration, and that's really fantastic. And I think it's been just like 2 weeks since I've sent my book to Bologna Book Fair. It's an artist book, so
congrats.
it's a small one. And at the moment, I'm also doing a very, very big illustration project where I will be doing lettering as well. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to speak about it right now. So kind of, please wait for 2 months.
Okay, if you told us about it, you have to kill us, right?
No.
Oh, thanks, Alex. Really good to see you, and really happy that you have continued to explode, your creativity. So for everyone who may not be aware, at the time that Alex, after she started the program, she had to relocate to another country, and it was a very, very difficult time for her. And but in the art of letters, she has found some friends, I think, who kept in touch, and then it was a little bit of it gave her a little bit of sanity to have that constant, a constant sort of like pressure to create together with Anne's guidance. And I think Anne was this really very stable, motherly, presence in her life. And every time Anne met with the other mentors, she would be, oh, I'm very concerned, and yes, I'm keeping an eye for Alex. And she would be really just very caring. And she felt like, I mean, honestly, to everyone in the room, that she, as far as creativity is concerned, there's nothing that she could do for Alex, because Alex is like a pill of creativity all by herself. Put her in the bottle and spray, and everyone becomes creative. But I think Anne was just that stabilizing presence in your life. Yeah, but I'm glad to see that you're flourishing. You carry on to produce art, and we are all very proud of you. So thanks. Thank you for
Thank
coming.
you.
Yay. Yes, yes. So inspiring. Yes. Maybe I can hear from Ines. I know you're here. Ines. Also
Yes, hello.
alumni. Yes. Hey, hey.
Um, well, hi everyone. Well, for me, this project is very precious. It was very moving uh, to heal some of my personal history, and most of all, I think that the most important thing that the project gave me is the confidence about the art and the calligraphic art that I do, and the confidence to show the work, yes, and to call me an artist, and to send some work to the letter art reviews and to be published for the first time. It was so awesome, and it's
Congrats.
all, yeah, thank you. It's all a result of Symbiosis. So it's really life changing, and I took some notes so I didn't forget. Well, also the confidence to sell of some of my work. It was unexpected, and the most unexpected was to see that uh, what I had to say, and the way I did some of the work, it could touch somebody else. It was just not for myself. It was really healing for myself, but how the message could uh, arrive at the other side, and it could be useful too. It was really, really lovely. So
Oh,
yeah,
yay.
I'm so grateful. Thank you.
Wonderful. Have you continued to develop and explore your calligraphic
Yes,
art?
I'm exploring another other media like watercolor.
Nice.
Not so much with calligraphy, but I'm exploring watercolor, and I'm trying to mix everything. And I'm thinking about creating a small business to sell some of the work.
Oh,
Uh,
nice.
so this is a project for next year. and I was able to create my own studio in my house, just a special place to work. It was this year, and it's very important to keep practicing and to have a nice place of work. So yeah,
Nice.
it's evolving.
Yeah, so
Thank you.
good, so good. Oh wow, that is so good. I remember that you know, for Ines, there was this moment in her presentation where I mentioned about how people who have because her father's work required him to travel country to country, and because of that, her childhood was very fragmented. She didn't have a sense of place, a sense of belonging, and I understood that this is a phenomena which people have called the third culture kids, where you are not you feel like you don't belong to any particular culture. You are a mix of all the cultures who have hosted you, as well as your home culture. So when I mentioned this in her presentation, that was the first time that she heard about it. And later on, when she went to research, then she found it so healing that there was a term to describe, her experience, and that it validated how she felt, that there's really nothing wrong with her, but this is just something that came about, circumstantially. And really, in all the works that she produced for Symbiosis, she was exploring that sense of trying to find herself at home. And at the end, the final piece where she paid tribute to her father, I think this is where she felt her resolution was reached. And I'm so, so thankful that you had that experience, and then we were there to witness it and to share it with you, and that Symbiosis has been groundbreaking and life-changing. I feel so blessed to be a part of your journey. So thank you for sharing.
Yeah, it was a gift that you gave me when you sent the term third culture kit, because it all made sense. All those feelings, it all made sense that it had a name, and and I wasn't broken. That was the feeling that I had. I wasn't broken. It was normal to feel that way, and it had a name. So it was just a gift. Thank you, Dorothy.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for sharing. That's just precious. Thank you. So let's pivot back to somebody who is currently who is a graduating mentee. Is Gail in the room?
I'd like to say a few things,
Oh,
Dorothy.
yes. Oh, sorry. I think Gail, is it okay if we let Gail go first, because she had
yeah.
She was in the queue, I think. I'm so sorry.
Oh, queue. I can't
Yeah,
see
go
a
ahead.
queue. All right.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I've only just found the questions, but I just want to say that what I've gained most is just growth, and to have knocked down so many walls. I feel like before I was so penned in and in a really restricted sort of space, and now I'm going to go forward and just give everything a go and explore more things. I want to pursue more with the three-dimensional things, and just do art for art's sake and enjoy it, and benefit and share it as well. So I just want to thank you so much for the experience and the opportunity, and especially to Dorothy and Heather. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Gail.
Short and sweet.
Is this your first exhibition internationally, where you're exhibiting your work to an international audience?
My word, yes.
Oh,
I'm this little shy introvert who hides away in her little house in the countryside and just does classes and tries to learn from people. But yes, no, stepping out of that comfort zone was big enough. Talking to people from around the world on Zoom is terrifying to me. But there you go. I've learned that too.
Well, there's no turning back now, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Now that people have discovered you, I'm sorry. This is it.
That's very sweet. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Maria, you're up. Thank you. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I just discovered the questions at the top of the
It's okay. Go ahead and just tell us what's on your mind.
Well, I come away with the first word is energized. I thought I knew I was getting a bit stale, but I was stale. So I'm very energized, and I found a new art practice which I can totally identify with. The friends that I've made during the Symbiosis events is amazing, and it was great to see the history. And I have been here since the year one. I've been observing, and it was such a privilege to be able to take part in 5. And I think learning about the different cultures in the moment and the origins of different artwork, that's been fantastic. It's been so interesting. And I agree with Arlene. To break through our self-imposed barriers. It was mine. It was, what do I call it? Jaw-dropping how my art changed. And I've been following Marina, and Marina is such an influence, and I love her style of no fuss teaching, and she hits everything right on the head. And Alex, it's true. This art feeds our souls, and without the art, we're not complete. That's all I'd like to say.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for sharing. Thanks. Roxana, alumni.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
It's good to see a lot of familiar faces and friends. And well, I think that we all can agree that getting into this experience is very scary. I think it's one of the most scary things I've ever done, because then finally you put yourself in the chair and you have time, which is very precious, and we are not given time very often in life. I think everything now is going so fast. And also, we are used to creating things ourselves. So the fact that we had a community to back us up, to hold us accountable of the things that we were doing, creating successes, failures, tears, it's a very important thing, because that's one of the things I learned, that you can't do things by yourself. And you really need a community, but also you need to be part of that. You also need to be open for that, because there's always people there that are willing to listen, to see what you're doing, to ask, how are you doing, to give you a like, give you a comment. But you also need to be open to receive all that. And without that, we wouldn't have made it to the year 5, right? And getting to know a lot of artists. So another thing is that it taught me a lot of patience, because even when it comes to writing with an ink and a nib, I do just want everything to do fast and the ink dry fast. But patience is one of the things that really it taught me the most. Yes, I don't know why, but at the end, all of my projects ended being far away from writing, which was one of the things that I thought I would do, and was one of the things that I actually didn't do at all. So it's good to discover yourself, to discover things that you never thought you would try if you wouldn't have the time to do that. So after the mentorship, I think that it's a reminder there that even if life gets in the way, or it gets in the middle and you have to pause your things for a while, that impulse of creating, it won't disappear. It's always there. You only have to have your eyes open, because you can find creativity or some inspiration in the little things that you would never see unless your eyes wouldn't be open, right? So the creativity is there, it's waiting for you, it's adapting, it remains, it's changing, and it's also changing you.
Yeah, that's great. Nan wanted to make a comment. She said that she didn't think she was at a level to join as a mentee, but Elif and Roxana really encouraged her. So she's very grateful for your friendship.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course. It's Dorothy actually asked me a couple of times if I wanted to do that, and I was like, no, 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 no. Like it was a real struggle for me to see myself as an artist. When you come to see, after all those years, in amazing people creating so many things, being part of big communities, doing big projects, and then you see them and they're like, oh, they have the same struggles as I do, right? So that's one of the shocking things. And the mentors come and then tell you their things. Oh, it's just that I'm also struggling. This also didn't work. And you're like, really? Like you get to see all the backstage, yes? Because we only see at the end the beautiful pictures, the laughs, and in the beautiful moments. But being backstage and seeing all that work and seeing that you are not alone, it's part of the things that I was telling them. Yes, you will be scared, you will struggle, you will cry, but it's worth it. You have to do it, and you will do it. So I'm
Yeah.
very happy that she took the chance, and now we get to see all her beautiful art.
Yeah, what a what a great conclusion. Yeah, for that friendship. Thank you, Roxana. Hey, can I ask Eleanor to be spotlighted, and then maybe she can. Is Eleanor here? Yes, because she has been right with us from the start, and really, Eleanor, you were the one that encouraged me to start this. You gave me the heart to do it. So, you've been here from the beginning. So, do you think that can you share like your perspective? How do you think that we have grown? What are your thoughts?
Wow. Thank you. First of all, I would like to say that Dorothy has been an inspiration to me, I think to everybody here. Your energy and your creative thinking is amazing. So I just want to thank you. I'm sure everyone is thanking you, but I would like to do it personally. So, I mean, you were thanking me, but I think more of this, well, we don't have to do that. No, thank you, no, thank you, no. Anyway, I'm somewhat overwhelmed by the artwork that all the mentees are producing. I look at it and I don't know if the rest of you feel this way, but I think, how did they do that? This is really, it's so wonderful and so inventive. It's quite stunning what everyone is producing. So all of you out there, the mentees and maybe the future mentees who think I'm not good enough, put those thoughts aside. Everyone is good. I mean, certainly once you're working with some of these brilliant mentors, you're going to be blossoming in ways that you could not have foreseen. And I would like to mention something that I did want to say about one of the things that this program has given me, which is the group that I had last year. And I think none of the three of you are here at the moment, but perhaps you'll watch the recording of this. When we finished our year together, our 9 months together, this is Elif, Suhada, and Tox. Nobody wanted to stop. So I think they all felt very sad that the program was ending. And what we decided to do was to continue. And ever since, that's last November, that's a year, we've been meeting about once a month to discuss the work that they're doing, the work that I'm doing as well, but more them, and help each other. And from what I understand, the three of them have a lot of communication without me. I think that they meet up to discuss their day-to-day progress. So I think they're not here, so I'll speak for them. But I think for the three of them, Symbiosis has been extraordinary. I think it has given them, as several of you said, it's given them a community. It's given them feedback from people they respect, and not just the mentor, but each other, because they're all very, very good at what they do. And I expect that we're going to continue doing this. And just for me, the work that they're doing has inspired me. So they do things that I don't know how to do. And it sometimes sends me back to my own desk to rethink some of my own artwork. So it really works both ways, just as, Dorothy and I keep inspiring each other to do more, to try harder, not to give up. It's the same thing within this group. So I hope that all of you out there who are the mentees, who have shared their wonderful thoughts with us, I hope that you'll feel the same way, that this is something that doesn't end. It's not stopping with, November 23rd, end of exhibition. So thank you, everyone, for working so hard, and especially Dorothy.
Yay! Thank you, Eleanor. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So kind. Yeah, thank you. So, does any of the existing mentors want to chime in and say something? Oh, Marina has to leave. Her mother is waiting for her to go out to lunch.
I'm sorry, just a few words.
Yes,
But I have to leave. Sunday lunch is family day, so and
yes.
I trust a lot on my family. It's the most important thing. So now I have to leave. But it's always a pleasure to be part of this community. It has been my dream to have a tribe to belong to, and this literally is my tribe because I have made friends along the way. And whenever I travel, wherever my trips will take me, I will try to find my friends and spend some time and get to know them in person. Because I do believe that what Alex said is very true. You have to, it's not selfish putting yourself first. You can't give what you don't have. So if you're not feeling precious and happy with who you are or what the life you have chosen, what can you give to other people? And when we do what we love, we express it through a way that can connect with other people. And in this act, we are allowing others to do the same. And so that's my message by the end. And all the event of Symbiosis is mainly about that. That is why it is so important and so meaningful, because it goes way deeper into our feelings and in the way in which we connect. And connecting different cultures around the world and people on opposite corners, it's magnificent. So thank you, Dorothy, and thank you
Thank
everybody
you.
for being here. Okay.
Yes, thank you, Marina. Have a
Thank
great lunch.
you.
Send
Thank
our
you.
love to your mom.
Thank you. Thank you, Dorothy. They know about you.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right,
Bye.
sending you our love. Yeah,
Bye.
yeah. Oh, wow. So it's really cool that some of you, I think Gabriella, you used to meet your mentees like every month. Do you still do that? Is she here?
Hello.
Gabby, hi. Are you still meeting every month or now and then?
No, I'm planning to make a meeting with my 9 mentees. Idea about next year, I think.
Nice. That's great. That's great. Yeah. Arlene is saying now that we have found our artist voice and broken through, how do we take it further to reach the world, not just go back into our little world? That's the challenge. Yes, it's true. So, well, Marina did suggest that we should put ourselves out there, like go to Letter Arts Review and so on. So I think you will find your way, you know. There is something that I do want to share with you. For some of you, you may have heard me saying this already. I'm thinking about ways to bring back the alumni for Symbiosis so that you can continue to produce and to make art. So I'm not exactly clear what is the form of the coming back, whether you're going to work independently or whether you will be, you will come under mentorship again, but maybe at a more, maybe not so intense, so that you will have the impetus to produce for an exhibition and also to sell your works. There will be certain criteria for mentees coming back to do this program, alumni, I mean. Yeah, so I
Dorothy, I
will
think
keep
I
you
think that's
posted.
a wonderful idea in that doing
Mm,
this a second time, I had a completely different perspective. The
mm,
first time I felt like I was drifting and I didn't quite figure out what I was supposed to do, what was I supposed to produce, what was my timeline, how do I do this, But the second time I knew what the program was about and I knew I could get started sooner and work even harder and make more progress. So thank you so much for that belief in me. But it really was a different experience, and it was wonderful. Really, really wonderful.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. So I think that some of us are like, on the cusp of breaking through, and then another little nudge will push you in the right direction. Or some of us are actually on the runway and you're ready to take off, so you just need that length of runway to start taking off. So that's the idea. We don't want you to uh just finish the program and then fall off the map. We want to continue to see you progress and succeed, especially if you already have in mind that you want to have an art practice, you want to pursue this, you want to be, like what Ines was saying, to start a studio and then to start selling, etc. So maybe having a community, having somebody to look over your shoulder and say, hey, have you considered this? Maybe those things will be very helpful. Yeah, so you will hear from me, and I hope to get it, together. If you have ideas, how we can do this, or if you'd like to be involved, please give me a message, and I will work with you, how to figure this out. And yeah. And also, I was sharing with some of the others that I would like also to use the Art of Letters platform to curate uh, exhibition of established artists, where I can, let's say, for example, Eleanor, she has had her seasons, right? She's had her quilts, she's had her alphabets, and then she's had the à la mémoire, and so on, so on. So, it would be great if we can have an exhibition that showcases the whole lifetime of development from the beginning to where she is now. I mean, I'm just using Eleanor as an example. uh, because she's here, right? So I think it would be very educational for all of us, and very instructional, and also very inspirational to see that in the lifetime of an artist, and she has had decades of experience, right? You can see how you reinvent yourself again and again. You find new sources of inspiration, new media, and so on, and not to get stuck in a rut. So I think those things are very important for us to learn from. Hopefully, I will be able to do that. I may not be able to curate a lot of shows in a year, maybe twice. I don't know. We'll see, how my energy, how I have the energy for this. Yeah. But those are my thoughts. Oh, Anna says maybe choosing a subject and having an exhibition once a year. Yeah, that's possible too. Yes, yes.
May I speak, Dorothy?
Yes,
Hi,
please, please,
I'm
please.
arriving late to the meeting. I'm
Hello,
sorry. I got
Anna.
confused and I thought we were just about to begin. And no. But I have seen for example, in Belgium, what some of my calligrapher friends do is that they choose like a subject, and for example, is I don't know, trees or the stone or the four elements, whatever, and fellow students from Symbiosis, maybe we can work independently and you choose, I don't know, a date where the exhibition begins and we can just submit our works. It's kind of how they do it in Belgium, I have seen. So maybe it
Possible,
could work.
possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, possible. So a subject, and then for people to submit yeah, it's possible. Yeah, so for me, okay, having a theme is a good suggestion. Eleanor says creates a unified exhibition and stimulates all of us to create artwork. Yes, it's true. Yeah, yeah. So I also want to yeah, so I feel like Symbiosis, the way that we have it right now, it gives us a platform for exploration. There's a lot of possibilities, So if we want to have a more focused approach where alumni come back and then you are producing works to another level, a different level. And it's not just anything goes. Yeah. So I think having a focus, it will be good. Um, Gabriella says, thank you for having me. I hope I've helped and created something that I have planted a seed. Yes, of course. Oh, she has to leave. And she loves us all very much. She will find her mentees along the way and wait for me, Randall. I don't know what that means. Why wait for me, Randall? But anyway,
She's
those are the
she's coming to California to teach. So I'm gonna go
I see. Okay,
swoop in on
yes.
her, I think.
Right. So maybe before we round off, I asked Randall to say something because he's our mentor for the first time this year, our first male specimen of a mentor. We're very grateful.
I think first of all, Alex's comments about dessert. We have some friends. Whenever we see them for dinner, we eat dessert first. But I agree with you that art is the main course. I think the interesting part about this journey has been that it hasn't been about technique. It's been about inspiration, and it's been about synergy. And I think that we've experienced in each group has experienced some sort of catharsis, and it seems like past groups have experienced the same thing with people either questioning what's going on, having things in their life come up to where it was really difficult to get through, and literally this year birthing a baby, right? I mean, some of you who weren't on one of the last calls, one of Gabby's, who was it that had the baby, Dorothy?
Nadine from Germany.
Nadine had a baby during one of our calls, apparently. So it's just this 9-month process. I think that's really a great allegory, and I think I have a very favorite quote. A man named Howard Thurman said this quote, and I think it applies to this. And I'll just read it. Don't ask yourself what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive, and then go do that. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive. And I think, Dorothy, you've provided the venue for that. And regardless of the diversity, there's such a diversity of artwork and aesthetic within your group, but all of these people have had a chance to come alive, and it's been a privilege to be able to see that. So thank you for all of the work that you've put in, and the funds, and the time, and going through your own journeys. Thank you for all of that.
You're welcome. Very well. It's an honor. Yeah. And I'm so glad for everyone who has come alive here on the Art of Letters. And I get the front row seat. I always tell my husband, say, hey, I have the front row seat. And I wish that everybody would be able to see behind the scenes at the connection, the backstories, your personal stories, and how you have grown, how you have found what Randall calls catharsis through the art making. So I'm just grateful to be here sharing this journey with you. And with that, I'm going to stop the recording. And if you want, you can stay behind and chat. So thank you, everyone. Oh, the exhibition remains open, okay? It doesn't end here. So there will be people coming by to look and hopefully to purchase your art. The YouTube channel is still on. And maybe I can share with you just quick, really, really quick, some of the stats for which I was sharing with the girls just now. So this is how we have been over 5,300 page views, 882 unique visitors. So meaning that 800 plus people came and then they stayed in the website to click through the pages to look at the page views. So that is quite a good proportion. From 44 countries, I like that. We have hosted 226 unique visitors. That is not counting the closing. Okay, and then in total, 564 people have joined us in our sharing sessions, and we have hosted 20 sharing sessions. Our YouTube views currently are 2,075, and they have actually not just come on to, visit, but they have watched, right, 273 plus hours worth of content, so they've been serious, interested, and so forth. So I think that this is a good indication to me that there is interest. The interest has not fallen off. It's an indication that we are on the right track. So we're gonna carry on. And the YouTube videos continue to be viewed. Like Janine's one, she has been actively promoting it, it's got like 1,075 views as of the last time that I checked. So please feel free to keep on promoting your art, put yourself out there, don't be shy, use the social media. There has never been an opportunity like this for artists to be seen all over the world. Like now, because you can sell to an international audience, you can communicate internationally because of social media. So take advantage. Don't be shy. Put yourself out there. The Art of Letters handles that we have created for you with the / and then your name remains. So send your friends, your clients, potential, whoever that you want to communicate with. Send them there. Send them to the YouTube channel so they can see you, what you're about, your journey and so forth. So take advantage of what we have created for you. Okay, all good? Great. So I'm going to end the recording here. Thank you, everyone.